All right. Now we go to Clemson. And Chris, Clemson is the most intriguing team in the whole country for me because even though I just said a few minutes ago about that I think Klubnik going into the year is the best quarterback in the country, I don't trust him at all. I don't. This conference is so weak that if Clemson Clemson could be in hey, we have to win the ACC championship to make sure we're in the playoff. Again, if they lose week 1 against LSU, the win total is 9.5. The juice is now plus 140 on that under. There are a lot of people out there that really love this Clemson team as a potential national championship contender. I just don't see it going into the year, Bear.
Well, you can join me on the fade Clemson island there. Like I was going to say, I feel like I am alone on an island here in having questions about Clemson. I'm either going to look like a bigger fool than I already am, or I'm going to look pretty good. And I go back to last year. I know they won the ACC and they beat SMU. SMU spotted them, turnovers and points early on, and couldn't complete the comeback. But you look at Clemson's year from last year, and I'm like, what did they really do outside of beat a bunch of middling and bottom-level ACC teams? They were non-competitive with Georgia in the season opener. They were non-competitive at home against Louisville. They lost at home to South Carolina, stole a game it had no business winning at Pitt. This is a team that was really close to being 8-4 last year. And I know the young wide receivers played well, and I know defensively they've got some guys. And if you look at the mock drafts, there are a bunch of Clemson players looking there like top 12 type picks. But again, big factor turnovers last year, especially in that ACC championship game. I think it was fourth or fifth nationally in turnover margin. I don't know. LSU at home, you lose that game, and that all this conversation about last year, I think, is going to start back up. The road schedule, Georgia Tech, we know is a pain in the what to play. BC, I think, is going to be better with their new quarterback and O'Brien in another year. They'll be pesky. And then Louisville and South Carolina, who already beat them last year, they have to go there this year. So that's 4 or 5 potentially losable games. SMU should be fine again this year. They got to go to Death Valley. So, I don't know. I could see 9-3 very, very easily for the Tigers. And then you and I can go take a nice vacation from that fade Clemson Island at that nice plus money.
I hear Turks and Caicos is pretty nice in February, Bear.
It certainly is, especially in February.
Yeah, so, it's super interesting. Again, this LACC where, look, Clemson still won the conference last year.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing.
That's the thing. They could go 9-3 again and win the ACC, and now with the straight seeding, they'd be going on the road more likely than not in round 1 yet again, as opposed to getting a bye, which of course they did not get a year ago, as we know. All right, last one. We go to the darlings of last year, who of course then everyone managed to get very angry at because how dare they go 11-1, and that's the Indiana Hoosiers. And look, it's a much more difficult schedule. I'm not sure if it's a big downgrade at quarterback, though,